Imagine this. It's 11 p.m. You're lying in bed, eyes glued to your phone. One more reel, one more notification, one last scroll. Your thumb keeps moving even as your eyelids feel heavy. Suddenly it's 1 a.m. You finally put the phone down, but your mind is racing. Thoughts jumping from that funny video to tomorrow's worries to that argument you saw online. You toss and turn for another hour. When the alarm rings, you feel like you barely slept. Sound familiar? Hey friend, if this is your nightly routine, you're not alone. Millions of us are doing the exact same thing every single night. But here's the scary part. That innocent habit of using your phone right before bed is quietly stealing something precious from you. Real, deep, restorative rest for your brain. Today, we're diving into a powerful what-if scenario. What if you simply stop using your phone 1 hour before sleep? What changes would happen in your body, your mind, and your entire life? Stick with me till the end because the science behind this is mind-blowing, and the transformation stories from people who've tried it will make you want to put your phone down tonight. Let's explore what happens when you give your brain the gift of 1 phone-free hour before bed. First, let's understand the enemy we're fighting every night: blue light and brain stimulation. Picture your brain as a super smart control center that runs on a natural 24-hour clock called the circadian rhythm. When the sun goes down, your pineal gland starts pumping out melatonin, the sleep hormone that tells your body, hey, it's time to wind down, repair, and recharge. Melatonin levels rise, your body temperature drops a bit, and you start feeling that pleasant drowsiness. But the moment you pick up your phone, that beautiful process gets hijacked. Those bright LED screens blast out blue light, wavelengths around 460 to 500 nanometers that are particularly powerful. Your eyes have special cells called intrinsically photosensitive retinal ganglion cells that are super sensitive to this blue light. They don't care that it's 10 p.m. They think it's bright daylight and immediately send a signal to your brain. Abort melatonin production. Stay alert. Studies show that even short exposure to blue light in the evening can suppress melatonin for hours longer than other colors of light. One famous Harvard experiment compared blue light to green light of the same brightness. Blue light delayed melatonin release almost twice as long and shifted the body's internal clock by up to 3 hours. That's huge. And it's not just the light. The content itself is a dopamine machine. Likes, comments, endless scrolling, exciting videos, dramatic news. Every notification gives your brain a tiny hit of reward chemical. Your sympathetic nervous system stays activated. Heart rate might stay slightly elevated. Pre-sleep arousal levels shoot up. Instead of calming down, your brain is in a low-level fight-or-flight mode, even if you're just passively scrolling. Have you ever noticed that after 30 minutes on your phone in bed, you suddenly don't feel sleepy anymore? That's not coincidence. That's your brain being tricked into thinking it's still daytime. Now, let's talk about what actually happens inside your sleep when you use your phone right up to lights out. Sleep isn't just one thing. It's a carefully orchestrated cycle with different stages. Light sleep, deep slow-wave sleep, where your body repairs physically, and REM sleep, where your brain processes emotions, consolidates memories, and basically does housekeeping for your mind. When blue light and stimulation mess with melatonin, several bad things happen. You take longer to fall asleep. That's increased sleep latency. Once you do fall asleep, your sleep becomes more fragmented. You spend less time in those precious deep and REM stages. Studies have linked bedtime screen use to reduce slow-wave sleep and shorter REM periods. One large study of university students found that every extra hour of screen time after getting into bed increased the odds of insomnia symptoms by a shocking 59% and shortened total sleep by about 24 minutes per night. Another study showed people using screens before bed had 33% higher rates of poor sleep quality and lost around 50 minutes of sleep per week on average. These small losses add up fast. Over a year, that's hundreds of hours of lost rest. Worse, even if you manage to sleep 7 to 8 hours on paper, the quality is garbage. You wake up feeling groggy, unrefreshed, with that heavy brain fog that coffee barely touches. Your working memory suffers. Focus during the day tanks. Emotional regulation gets harder. You're more irritable, more reactive to small stresses. Think about it. How many times have you woken up tired even after enough sleep and blamed it on age or work? What if a big part of it is that last hour of phone use, preventing your brain from getting real rest? Let's get personal for a second. Be honest with me. When was the last time you went to bed without checking your phone? For most of us, it's been years. We use it as an alarm, as entertainment, as a way to relax. But that relaxation is fake. It's actually keeping your brain in a state of constant low-level alertness. I want you to imagine a typical night with the phone. You see a stressful news headline. Your mind starts worrying. Or you laugh at a meme. Dopamine spikes, and suddenly you're wide awake chasing the next laugh. Notifications ping even on silent mode sometimes. Or you tell yourself, just 10 more minutes, and it becomes 45. By the time you sleep, your brain hasn't had time to downshift properly. Now, here's the exciting part. The what-if transformation when you stop using your phone 1 hour before sleep. Section 1. Your melatonin production comes back online powerfully. When you dim the lights, put the phone away in another room or in a drawer, and avoid screens, your body gets the clear signal that night has arrived. Melatonin starts rising naturally at the right time. Research shows that restricting bedtime mobile phone use for just 4 weeks can significantly reduce how long it takes to fall asleep and increase overall sleep duration. People report falling asleep faster, sometimes 15 to 30 minutes quicker. That means more actual sleep time, not just time in bed. Section 2. Your brain finally gets deep, restorative sleep stages. With proper melatonin signaling and no artificial stimulation, you spend more time in slow-wave sleep. This is where growth hormone is released, tissues repair, and your immune system gets a boost. In REM sleep, your brain processes the day's emotions and experiences without interference. Memories get properly filed away. Creative connections form overnight. One study found that restricting phone use before bed improved working memory performance the next day. Another showed better sleep efficiency, meaning less time tossing and turning, more time actually sleeping deeply. Imagine waking up without that mental heaviness. Your thoughts feel clearer. You remember where you put your keys without searching for 10 minutes. Small problems don't feel overwhelming. Section 3. Your nervous system learns to truly relax. That constant phone stimulation keeps your sympathetic, fight or flight, system a little too active. When you stop 1 hour before bed, your parasympathetic system, the rest and digest mode, gets a chance to dominate. Heart rate variability improves. Stress hormones like cortisol drop more naturally at night. Many people who try this report lower anxiety levels overall, not just at bedtime, because their brain finally gets true downtime. Daytime resilience improves. You're less likely to reach for the phone mindlessly during the day too. It's like breaking a cycle. Section 4. The mental and emotional reset. Your brain needs time to process without new input. That last hour before sleep is prime time for reflection, light reading on paper, gentle stretching, or just lying quietly with your thoughts. When you remove the digital noise, something beautiful happens. Your mind starts to unwind in a natural way. People who've made this change often describe it as their brain finally feeling quiet. No more racing thoughts at 2 a.m. No more weird dreams, fueled by the last video you watched. Instead, sleep feels nourishing. You wake up with a sense of actual rest, like your brain had a deep cleaning overnight. Real stories make this even more powerful. One person shared that after 2 weeks of no phone in the last hour, their chronic nighttime anxiety dropped dramatically. Another noticed their skin looked better. Better sleep means better repair. Students reported improved concentration in classes. Professionals said their creativity at work increased because their mind wasn't exhausted from poor sleep. Even relationships improve. Instead of both partners scrolling silently in bed, some couples start talking, or reading together, or simply enjoying peaceful silence. Intimacy can return when phones aren't the last thing you touch at night. But let's be real, it's not always easy at first. Your brain is addicted to that dopamine loop. The first few nights, you might feel restless. You might reach for your phone out of habit. That's normal. The key is to replace the habit with something better. Here's how to actually do this and make it stick. Create a wind-down ritual that starts 60 to 90 minutes before bed. Dim the lights in your house. Use warm, reddish lighting if possible. It doesn't suppress melatonin as much. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb and charge it outside the bedroom. Yes, outside. Buy a cheap alarm clock if you need one. What to do instead? Read a physical book. Fiction works great for letting your mind wander into stories. Journal your thoughts or gratitude. Do some light stretching or yoga nidra. Listen to calming music or a boring podcast with the screen off. Or simply sit with a cup of herbal tea and let your mind settle. Some people use blue light blocking glasses in the evening, but the best approach is reducing exposure altogether. Avoid stimulating content, no news, no intense shows, no social media arguments in that last hour. Track your sleep for 2 weeks before and after. Notice your energy levels, mood, focus. Most people see changes within 7 to 14 days. Some feel dramatically better in just a few nights. Now, think about the long-term effects if you make this a permanent habit. Your circadian rhythm strengthens. Over months, your body gets better at knowing exactly when to release melatonin and when to wake up naturally. Sleep quality compounds. Better sleep leads to better habits, which leads to even better sleep. Your brain health improves. Chronic poor sleep is linked to higher risks of mood issues, cognitive decline, and even physical health problems. By protecting your sleep, you're investing in sharper thinking, better emotional balance, and more energy for the things you actually care about. Many report reduced phone addiction overall. When your brain gets real rest, it craves less artificial stimulation during the day. You become more present with family, friends, and your own thoughts. What if this one small change, just 1 hour, could give you back hours of high-quality life every week? More patience with your kids, better performance at work, deeper connections, a calmer mind that doesn't need constant distraction. The science is clear. Restricting phone use before bed reduces pre-sleep arousal, shortens time to fall asleep, increases sleep duration and quality, and even boosts next-day cognitive performance. Your brain really can feel real rest again. So, here's my challenge to you right now. Tonight, try it. Put the phone away 1 hour before your usual bedtime. Notice how you feel when you lie down. Notice how you sleep. Notice how you wake up tomorrow. If it works, and for most people it does, make it a habit. Tell me in the comments, how did your first phone-free hour before bed feel? Did you fall asleep faster? Wake up more refreshed? Share your experience. I read every comment, and your story might inspire someone else who's struggling with the same thing. If you're watching this and thinking, I could never do that, start smaller. Try 30 minutes first. Build up. Every minute you protect counts. Your brain has been working overtime for years, dealing with endless input even when it should be resting. It deserves this break. It deserves real rest. Imagine waking up every morning with a clear head, steady energy, and that rare feeling of being truly recharged. Not just surviving the day, but actually enjoying it. That's what consistent phone-free time before sleep can give you. You've got nothing to lose by trying and potentially everything to gain. Better sleep, sharper mind, calmer emotions, and a life where your phone serves you instead of controlling your nights. Thank you for watching till the end. If this video opened your eyes to how much that last hour matters, do me a favor. Hit that like button so more people can discover this simple but powerful change. Subscribe and turn on notifications because we're diving deep into more what-if health experiments that can genuinely transform your life. Drop a comment. What's the biggest struggle you face with phone use before bed? Or if you've already tried going screen-free before sleep, tell us what changed for you. Sweet dreams. And remember, sometimes the most powerful thing you can do for your brain is simply to let it rest in peace, without a glowing screen in your hand. See you in the next one. Take care, and put the phone down tonight. Your future self will thank you.